Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood 616 with another entry in my top personal 25 MCs of all time. And we've broken into the top 20 at number 19. You can hear him in the background. Probably going to catch a lot of hate for this because I generally don't listen to a lot of mainstream stuff. But the thing is, you can't deny this guy's lyrical wizardry. And if you don't necessarily like him, that's fine. I understand. But I try to accept everybody for who they are. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. And I've been down with Eminem since this record came out, the Slim Shady LP. His newer stuff is not really the best in the world. I mean, some of it's not. Some of it's really good. Lyrically, it's just fucking baffles me, man. He's so good, but I don't actually own the Infinite. It's never been it's never been officially released, but I don't actually have a copy of it. I have it downloaded somewhere, but I'm not going to show it because it's okay. But everybody knows this record. When it came out in 1999, I was actually a little, I don't know, I really enjoyed it, but I never thought Eminem would blow up like how he did. I thought it was a total gimmick, but with the whole, Dre introducing Eminem kind of thing, and I don't know, when I first heard My Name Is, I laughed my ass off. I thought it was just brilliant, but then I did think it was a gimmick, so it took me a while to actually pick up the record. I wasn't sure what to expect from it. I thought maybe, My Name Is would be the best song on the album. But then it turns out that I actually really enjoyed this. It was funny. It was pretty decently produced. With songs like As the World Turns. As the World Turns on here is my favorite song. That is, the Eminem basically has three characters, right? He's got the Slim Shady, he's got the Marshall Mathers, which is, his personal stuff, and then, Eminem, which is like the whole rapper song. But as Slim Shady, I really like that character, and As the World Turns is probably one of the funniest songs I've ever heard. Lyrically, it's just so brilliant, it's funny, it's entertaining. And it's too bad that him and Royce never did an album back in these days. When they did the Bad Meets Evil song, I was like, that's brilliant. They need to do a record. I mean, they talked about it at the time. They never did it because, Eminem was too busy blowing up in the mainstream. But, they finally got to release the Bad Meets Evil record last year, and I thought it was absolutely horrendous. Just fucking brutal. Just horrible. Production-wise, it was terrible. I didn't even think Royce was that good on the album. Eminem was decent lyrically, but the album's unlistenable to me, man. I think there's one track on that album I can listen to, but otherwise, we'll get back to this. And, obviously this album sold millions, and everybody knows about it. But I love Rock Bottom on here. Brain Damage is awesome. Guilty Conscience, I always liked the track. I don't really like the whole, the format of the song all that much, but it's a good song. Those are my favorite tracks off this. Just Don't Give a Fuck's awesome. Still Don't Give a Fuck's good. But whatever. It's Eminem. It is what it is, and number 19. You can't dispute his runs. And then for the more mature album, the personal album, the Marshall Mathers LP, a lot of people say this is probably his best record. I would probably have to agree with that. Lyrically, this album is just ridiculous. Very personal. I still to this day cannot listen to Kim. I think I've only ever heard that song maybe once or twice when I first got the record. I always skip it because that song just annoys me. It's just too much. It's over the top, and I understand where he's coming from with the whole thing, but come on. Favorite tracks on this record, probably gotta be, The Way I Am, I love that track. I'd probably say Criminal. I love Criminal on here. Bitch, Please, it's okay. Stan obviously is ridiculous, right? So you can hear it in the background. Some of the best songwriting, Stan it's brilliant. It's great. Marshall Mathers is a great song. Remember Me with RBX's Sticky Fingers. I love that track. That was such a cool thing to have RBX on an Eminem track. That was really neat. But even Under the Influence with D12 was good. Rest in peace to Proof, because he was basically D12 was those two people. And then we move on to his third official album, The Eminem Show. Eminem was just fucking huge when this record came out. I mean, when he dropped, what was the first single on this album? I don't even remember what the hell the first song was on this album, the first single. For some reason I can't remember. But, I don't know, this album, the time, I remember when this album came out, I could not, every single vehicle that I heard out in the streets was bumping this record. I'd never heard anything like that before. It was amazing. Every shop I went into, everywhere, was just bumping this record. I absolutely love Drips on this record. Drips is such a rad song. White America, he's got very cool concept songs on here too. It's pretty cool. Say Goodbye to Hollywood's really cool. Soldier, cool track. Clean Out My Closet, you know, Square Dance. He's got some pretty interesting tracks on here. It's a little different than the Marshall Mathers LP because of, you know, different persona, right? You know, the Eminem whole thing, right? No, Without Me, I think was the first single. I actually haven't listened to this album in such a long time. I listened to it a lot when it first came out. And good stuff, you know, Eminem. It is what it is. And then we move on to Encore. I believe Eminem was doing a lot of drugs when he did the Eminem Show record. He was completely out of fucking control on this record. This album to me is almost unlistenable. I absolutely can't stand this album. There's so many shitty voices and stuff. I hate his voice songs. Like, I really don't like anything on this album all that much. And I think Like Toy Soldiers was okay. The beat's kind of weird. I don't really like a lot of I don't like 50 Cent on here. I can't stand the dude. So, I don't know. Crazy in Love, I really like that sample that was used in that track from Heart. I thought that was kind of cool. But, you know, a lot of people didn't like the song. Mosh is okay. You know, I think that was another single that he had off the album. Ass Like That, it's got to be the worst fucking track ever. Overall, this album is horrible. It's terrible. Eminem admits it too. This was a, you know, burp in his discography for sure. Totally drugged out, just doing weird things, and definitely never recommend that album. And then we come to Relapse, which apparently was off the drugs and stuff, which is interesting because he was still kind of doing weird voices on here. I don't know what the hell kind of voices he was doing. And this album is actually pretty decent. It took me a long time to get into it, but I thought it was actually pretty good. Bagpipes from Baghdad, I absolutely love that track. So good. Crack a Bottle would have been a lot better if 50 Cent wasn't on the track. Old Time Sakes with Dre I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's alright. And then he was supposed to release a part 2 to this record, and he decided not to for whatever reasons it was. Then he decided to do, you know, re-release the album with a white cover with a bonus track, or with a bonus disc with 7 songs on it. It had that really fucking shitty Forever song on there with Drake and Kanye West and Lil Wayne. 3 guys, like, you know, I cannot listen to that song. It's fucking horrible. It's just terrible. But I actually didn't mind some of the Drake production on the second disc here. He did, I think, 5 of the 7 songs on here, and not bad, man. Drop a bomb on them and music box and stuff. I thought were actually pretty cool songs. Overall, this album, you know, it's pretty decent. Like Deja Vu on the first disc is really good. Insane, it's just fucking. It's totally back to Slim Shady on Insane. If you know what if you've heard the song, which you probably have. I'm not doubting anyone's heard any of these records, but. You know, it's back to this kind of Slim Shady stuff, but I really wish he would go back to that, really. And then for his latest release, Recovery, I think lyrically Eminem was back on track, like right back to the Marshall Mathers kind of stuff right here. This album's really good. I am not a Lil Wayne fan. I've never seen any Lil Wayne stuff on here, but I really do like the song No Love. I love the sample. Wayne's verse, I don't really like. A lot of people always give me shit over it because they're like, that verse is pretty good, but no. I don't really like it that much. You know, I even like the singles off this record. Talking to Myself is really good. You know, On Fire, Won't Back Down, Almost Famous. Almost Famous is actually really dope. Spacebound, really tight tracks in here. Lyrically, fucking amazing, you know. I guess I could probably show, excuse me for kind of, here, I'll show these albums right here. I might as well show them because Eminem is more of the group. the Devil's Night record. Now this album I really, really loved when it came out, and you know, for a couple years after, I really liked the Ain't Nothing But the Music on here was really dope. You know, fight music, you know, was pretty cool. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Purple Pills, to be honest, ever. Revelation I thought was one of the tightest tracks on this album. American Psycho was cool. You know, there's some decent tracks, but this album overall does not hold a lot of replay value for me now. I cannot listen to this record that much. Just, it is what it is, you know. It was good at the time, it aged badly. And then on to the D12 sophomore record. This album, oh man, so horrible. You know, I really wish that even like Bizarre wasn't in these albums at all. This guy's just fucking probably the worst MC I've ever heard in my life. If you like Bizarre, that's fine. My personal opinion is he's just horrible, and he brings down every track. The beat always slows down for him. I hate it. I did actually, I think I liked the American Psycho 2 track on here with Be Real. I think that was pretty cool. But otherwise, I did not like this album ever. I still can't get into it, but. So, if you want to leave some comments below, you know, whatever. Everybody knows this might be surprising for some people that this is on the list. I don't know, but you know, you can't deny the fact that the dude is pretty skilled on the mic, and I respect that. You know, for a mainstream artist now, but I mean, one time he was underground, whatever. But so that's number 19 on my list. Eminem, Mood 616, signing off. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Feel free to leave any type of comments, like it or don't like it or whatever. That's fine. These lists are all personal. Once again, I just want to say that. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.